So today I thought I would show all the ways I like to make eggs. Just when you think the video is done, keep watching. I thought of another way. So I was gonna make a batch of hard-boiled eggs to do another batch of pickled eggs. That video was pretty popular for my standards anyway, and I've got another recipe. But I thought in preparation for that, I might show you the ways I like to cook eggs, and starting with hard-boiled eggs. So I've got a wok, which you don't have to use a wok, but I sort of like to. I got that from Kenji Lopez. In fact, this hard-boiled egg method, very simple, but I got from him as well. He's done a ton of experimenting with hard-boiled eggs, and everybody's got a trick, and according to him, and I believe him, none of the tricks are foolproof, and it's just best to go simple. So that's what I'm doing. So I've got a wok with some boiling water. Again, you don't have to use a wok, but it's got those beveled sides, so the eggs will just slide down. So I'm just loading up. I'm going to do 18 eggs because that's how many I want to pickle. So we're just going to get all of those in there. I can do 4 or 5 at a time. Got to be careful not to crack them though. And notice I already had the water boiling. You know, some recipes start with cold water, etc., salt, baking soda. I've sort of seen it all. I think I've seen vinegar, but this is just plain water. And your water doesn't have to be boiling the whole time. You do want the eggs in a single layer. It doesn't even matter if they totally cover the eggs. So I'm going to turn this up a little bit, at least to bring it up near a boil. Going to put the lid on, and we're going to go, in my case, 11 minutes. That's the doneness I want. I want to make sure that yellow is all the way cooked through, and so we'll bring you back and go from there. So this graphic is courtesy of Kenji Lopez. I stole it from one of his videos, but I think it's great. And it shows you the level of doneness in your egg based on the amount of time in your pot. Okay, our eggs have been at a slow boil, fast simmer for just over 10 minutes. So by the time I get these out, it'll be 11. I had one egg crack on me. That happens sometimes. Might still be usable. We'll get it out. And a lot of people throw these into an ice bath. Again, according to Kenji, he just cools them. So I'm just putting them back into the crate, and that egg is not going to be salvageable. So instead of 18 pickled eggs, we're going to have 17, which actually happened to me the last time, but that was because I ate one. All right, so we have some fresh water in our wok. Again, I'm only using the wok because I had already used it and it's out. Certainly use any pan you want for poaching an egg. I know of no advantage, maybe even heating for the wok, but I do this in another saucepan. Just going to give a couple of pinches of salt in the water. And there we go. So we're going to let that water come to a nice simmer. In the meantime, I'm going to move the camera and show you what I do for poaching eggs. Again, a trick I learned from Kenji Lopez, and it's freaking awesome. So for poaching eggs, there is a couple of parts of the white of the egg. One of them you can drain off. It's the part that will come separated in the water. You know, people use the trick where they swirl the water, vinegar, whatever. This works better as far as I'm concerned. So I'm going to crack this egg into get that shell out into a strainer. You can use any kind of strainer. The main part of the egg will not fall through, no matter how thick your holes are. It'll sit nicely like that, and this is ready to be poached. So I'm gonna get the water going and move the camera, and we're gonna poach an egg. So for poaching an egg, I don't really want the water to be boiling, a nice simmer. I've got my strained egg little bit of white in the bottom, not much. That being said, using extra large eggs is a good thing. Get a little more bang for your buck. We're just going to drop this egg in the water, and we're going to set a timer for 4 minutes, and we'll come back. Hey, we're back. Our timer has gone off. Poaching an egg is sort of subjective. 4 to 6 minutes is what I like. If you get your water too hot, you'll find that your timer will be, or your time will be a lot shorter. But there is a beautiful poached egg, no vinegar, nothing but salt, and that would be a great Eggs Benedict right there. Again, you'll get more bang for your buck with extra large eggs with this method, but I love it. I love poached eggs. So let's go on to our next egg. I'll bring you back after we get set up. Okay, let's scramble a couple of eggs. Things I've prepped in advance. I've got some butter in a skillet. You got to use butter as far as I'm concerned. No exceptions. I've got the heat on medium, but I'll probably turn it down. And I guess I wasn't as prepped as I thought. We're going to add a dollop of milk. I just like to do that. And here is my secret. I like adding a dollop of sour cream. So I've just got some regular sour cream. Going to throw it in the pool there. Going to add salt and pepper. A little salt. Little pepper, and now blend our eggs. You can use a whisk. I like using a fork, sometimes chopsticks, but we're just going to get that thoroughly combined so there is no random white in the egg. So the skillet is heating, eggs are being blended. I'll bring you back in just a minute. All right, we're ready to go here. I've got my heat on low. Got my butter in my pan, and I'm going to pour the eggs in. You might have a few lumps of the sour cream, totally fine. The trick I find, in my opinion, to good scrambled eggs is low heat, butter, and movement. So just going to keep stirring, shake the pan a little even. Keep scraping the sides clean so you don't have those crusty edges of eggs. Moving them like this will keep those curds small, which I like. I find if you asked 100 people to make you a scrambled egg, for me, in my taste, it would be overcooked. So those curds are setting up. I'm about medium-low, on the low side of medium-low is my temperature. Of course, every stove is different. Just going to keep moving. And a trick I learned from, or at least advice I got from Alton Brown years ago, is if your egg is cooked completely in the pan, it will be overcooked on the plate. The one thing I don't have here that I like to add to scrambled eggs is some sort of herb. Chives are probably my favorite. Parsley is good. Even a little green onion. But I don't have that today, so we're going to work with what we got. So that egg, to me, is done. Perfect egg, creamy. Might be a little underdone for some, but not me. It's perfect, and again, subjective. All right, gonna get this pan cleaned out, and we'll come back and we'll fry up an egg. All right, back to fry up an egg. Again, first key to this to me, and by the way, eggs are why non-stick pans were invented as far as I'm concerned. But we've got some good Irish butter in there. We've got one egg. I went ahead and cracked it just to get that out of the way. You could certainly crack it in the pan. We're going to keep our heat Low again. Again, as far as I'm concerned, that's one of the keys, low heat. And we'll go ahead and add a little salt to our egg. Not going to add too much, that's pretty flaky salt. And got some fresh ground pepper we'll add. Sorted to taste, do what you want. And we want to move our egg around a little bit, make sure it's not sticking. So, looks great. And so I'm just going to let this go for a minute. Going to save a little camera battery and we'll bring you back. Okay, we've been going about a minute. I'm rocking medium low, right in the center of medium low for my stove on this. No sticking at all. I'm going to try to do this without a spatula. I might go out of the camera. The trick to flipping an egg in the skillet to me is committing to it. Don't get nervous, just do it. So here we go. All right. So our egg is flipped. I managed to not break the yolk. And now we're just going to set up that white. And that's not going to take any time at all. Going to get my plate ready. And we'll just add this to our plate with our scrambled and our poached egg. And there we go. Beautiful fried egg, the way I like to do it. Now you could certainly have a variation of this. You could add a lid if you wanted sunny side up. You could add a lid and spray a little water on the sides of the pan to create some steam to have like a basted egg where the white or the yellow is kind of got a layer of covering on it. Those are all fine. I like them. I like all eggs, but to me, just a basic fried egg is good. So let's, in fact, let's just do this. Move the camera. There's our hard-boiled eggs. Gonna peel one. They're still pretty warm. We're gonna do it anyway. So actually, let me grab a cutting board just for the mess. So I like to kind of hit both ends a little bit and then roll. And peel is coming right off nicely. And we're going to sacrifice this egg and not pickle it to cut it open. These are our 11-minute eggs. Notice, by the way, how that peel came off. Super simple, and I didn't do anything to it. So my battery's about to go dead, so we're going to make this quick. Perfect center, absolutely perfect, no green. Going to try it. All right, everybody. Like and subscribe. That's the way I like to do eggs, 4 different ways. We'll see you next time at Buckeye Barbecue. Perfect. So it occurred to me I forgot to do one type of egg that I really like. It's another scrambled egg, but we're going to do it in a wok. So I do this, I've done it just to make an egg before, but certainly when doing fried rice or something like that. I have eaten way too many eggs this morning, 4 or 5. I just ate all of those eggs that I made, plain, nothing, no bread, no nothing else. So I powered them down. So this is going to be a scrambled egg with just eggs. You could certainly do it the same way I did the other egg, but I'm not going to put anything in this egg because I'm going to cook it for the dog. So straight up eggs, no milk, no seasoning, nothing. I'm going to start with a couple of tablespoons of oil already smoking because the wok is ripping hot. There we go. And getting your wok oiled up and ripping hot is really the way you get a good non-stick coating on it. This is a carbon steel wok. I'm no wok expert, but I really like this one. Here is our egg. Two eggs beaten, and here we go. Get all of that in there. Grab my utensil. Notice it not sticking at all because of the oil and how hot it is. Beat it around a little bit, and this is literally going to take a minute. And our egg is pretty much done. Heat off on the plate. There we go. You saw that whole cooking process, and there is a beautiful scrambled egg. So thanks for joining again at Buckeye Barbecue. Appreciate it. Do me a favor, like and subscribe, and cook yourself an egg. See you next time.